Hey guys, welcome back to Squealing Pig Guitars. In today's episode, we check out the tones from this £10,000 PRS private stock guitar. So without further ado, let's see how this beauty sounds. So guys, welcome to the tone demonstration of this stunning PRS private stock. I'm plugged straight into my 2-rock Bloomfield drive as always. Of course, I've got a few effects on the floor. I've got a compressor, a tube screamer, a fuzz phase, and I've also got this nice little flammer reverb in the loop of this amplifier. The 2-rock does have a spring reverb, which is really good for clean stuff, but for them kind of more ethereal, long kind of reverbs, you're hearing the Flammer Effects 03. This guitar is absolutely stunning. It has my name all over it. I love the hardware, I love the abalone inlays, but what's always the question with these PRS guitars is, do they actually sound good? And I've had a love-hate relationship with PRS pickups in the past, so we'll see what these sound like. These are the 5815 TMs, which I've played quite a few times, obviously modelled after a vintage kind of Gibson type sound. Let's hear the neck pickup. This is kind of the tone I had at the start of the video for Waves. I've got a tremolo pedal on at the moment and just got the lead channel of the 2-rock on, so let's hear that first. Absolutely love that tone. These pickups have quite a single coily sound to them. If you hear when I kind of, hit the guitar, obviously it has the bass and the bloom of a humbucker, but they're very kind of articulate. Very nice so far. It's probably because of the longer scale length as well. There's a little bit more snap. Yeah, really liking it so far, very comfortable to play as well. And what I did in the intro is I turned the tremolo pedal off, engaged the tube screamer, and that was kind of my lead tone for the iconic Waves riff. Great tone. We're pretty loud in the room. It's definitely one that's going to make your ears hurt a little bit, so there is a lot of kind of tube distortion coming out of this 2-rock. But this guitar is just so dynamic. I'm really enjoying how it's sounding so far. But before we get too carried away with the distortion tones, let's dial in a nice clean tone and see what the pickup selections do. So I've turned off the Flammer reverb now, so you're just hearing the spring reverb from the 2-rock just for a bit more of an honest sound. I'm just going to play the exact same riff and just flip between the pickup selections so you can hear what's going on. So I have to say, I think my favourite position there was the middle position, which is just the 2 humbuckers. back to the neck pickup. This guitar is just so dynamic, has such a beautiful tone. These are some of the best PRS pickups I've played. Very dynamic to fingerstyle playing, and they have a really nice balanced tone to them. Let's finally hear the last kind of humbucker position, which is the bridge pickup. Cool, so you can hear all the humbucker tones. Now let's quickly just hear the in-between tones. So you have obviously the bridge split, which has this really nice tone. Then you have the neck split. Really liking that tone. Nice one. So now that we've heard a lot of clean tones, let's switch it over to the lead gain channel and hear some more rock tones. This is just the bridge pickup going straight into the amplifier. Classic rock tone there. As I add a tube scream, obviously you're going to get that higher level of distortion. lot of brightness to this guitar. I have had to roll down the tone controls a little bit as it's a very bright guitar. Obviously, it's a lot of maple on this guitar, and that's probably why. But yeah, sounding really cool. Let's hear the neck pickup now. Fuzz tone was insane. Sounding really good on the neck pickup there. Let's just calm it down a little bit. A few more kind of crunchier tones now just to finish off the episode. So guys, that's the end of the tone demonstration. Let's go to the end of the video where I go through my personal review and rating of this private stock PRS. So guys, that brings us to the end of another video. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like rating. It really helps increase engagement on these videos. Leave a comment with your thoughts about this PRS private stock. Do you think it's worth £10,000? And most importantly, if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified when we make a new post. For this PRS private stock, I'm going to rate it an 8 out of 10. It was a solid guitar, more than just an art piece. These pickups, these 5815 TM pickups sounded incredible, and you had so many switching options with the 5-way switch. It was also a dream to play visually and also physically. Obviously, the flamed maple neck is very attractive when you're playing it. The neck shape was that pattern carve, so it was a little bit thicker, and it just resonated and had an incredible intonation. Unfortunately, I feel like the PRS private stock guitars are often overlooked as they're very expensive and they use flashy materials and they can be a little bit obnoxious looking. I don't think this one is personally obnoxious looking, but some of them obviously have like crazy finishes. But it's important to know that these guitars are incredibly well made guitars. They're handcrafted, they sound incredible with their own unique voice. Every single private stock guitar has its own unique voice, and I'd really recommend trying out one if you are lucky enough to get the chance or if you're able to purchase one. They really are a guitar forever. This is a guitar that you could hold in your family for years and it would do everything you wanted. The 5-way switch is incredible, the pickups are solid, it's intonated well, the neck shape feels incredible. But yeah, out of today, it's going to be an 8 out of 10. The main drawbacks from the guitar was it's a 24 fret guitar. I prefer a 22 fret guitar. And personally, I felt like the in-between tones were a little bit anemic. I always prefer kind of more of a full fat humbucker tone from these PRS guitars. If I had a private stock PRS McCarthy, that would be probably the perfect private stock for me. But anyways guys, that is my opinions on this PRS private stock, the £10,000 private stock. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of this guitar. Do you think it's overpriced, overrated, or do you think it's underrated? Let me know down below. So that is the end of the video guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to Squealing Pig Guitars. My name is Ben Keightley, and that leaves me with one last thing to say. Keep rocking guys, I'll see you soon.